Bank of Canada sees elevated inflation until 2025 and more uncertainty. So as Randy stated earlier, inflation was around 8% last year. We're down to 3.4% now. But again, it's great. We're down 3.4%. So that means if something last year, let's say at the beginning of last year, it cost $100. With 8% inflation, it was now 108, right? So now we're at 2.4% inflation. So now we couldn't afford the 108, but it still went up another let's say another $2 or $3, right? So now we're at maybe 110, 111, right? So inflation is dropping a bit. Still above what the BOC wants, Bank of Canada wants, around 2% inflation. But because we had such a huge surge over the last year and a half, it's even if it was 0% this year, we would still be struggling because the prices are already too high. We could be talking about it a lot over the last few weeks with like grocery bills where you go in with $100 and you come out with 2 packs of toilet paper if you're lucky, right? So it's not getting much easier, even though the inflation rate is coming down. And some people are saying that we might see this high inflation until 2025, which is another 2 years. So again, if you have one job, you might want to start looking for another job because it's getting hard out there to even just to live normally, or just have like just having a place to live right now is a feat in of itself, especially if you don't have a house already. To get into a house, again, with most houses now in the $1 million range, you need to have at least $20,000 to put down. So you have to have you're fighting the daily having enough the money just to spend, and then you're trying to save it for a house on the side as well. So it's a tough balance to really do, especially if you're trying to do it by yourself, right? So you really have to have at the bare minimum a 2-income family. So it's don't mean to be the Debbie Downer here, but with how things are going right now, with some of the projections, you could be in for a tough road. So you want to make sure you have your everything in order, especially if you're trying to get into a house, especially if you're a first-time homeowner. Probably be a good idea to live with your family for a bit to hopefully they can be nice with you on your rent, so you can maybe save something. Because if you're looking for a 2-bedroom right now, what are you looking at? Maybe $2,500 if you're lucky. If you're lucky, right? So then, how much are you making, right? So you're spending $2,500 on your rent. You have your TV, your internet, whatever it is, all your other expenses. Do you have that $1,000 to put away each month? And even if you do have that $1,000, if you need $200,000, you're looking at 200 months to save, which is a lot of months, which is, I don't know, what's that, 12, 14 years, just to get started. So yeah, again, you're going to want to be, what's that word I'm looking for? Resourceful, and maybe think outside the box a little bit, especially if you want a first-time homeowner. If you're in the market right now, it's a bit easier because hopefully you have a little bit of equity. It's easier to kind of transition, move up a little bit. But if you're trying to get in, you're gonna have to think outside the box, maybe get help from family, live with family, and kind of work together to make a plan to move forward.
Thank you for watching our video. We hope you enjoyed it, and please let us know your thoughts in the comments, as well as any questions you may have. We're live most Saturdays at 11 a.m. Eastern Time, so make sure that you tune in. Thank you again for watching, and remember to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and click on the bell icon so you can stay up to date on all of our future uploads.